Antis here with another coaching session. Let's get right into it. SKT1 value from EU West server, Gold 2, support main. Understand that the more champions you add to your pool, the longer it takes to climb. You have to look at each champion and the games individually, and that just takes a lot of time. So understand that it's going to take longer to climb if you have more champions underneath your belt. And then spots like these, where it's like 4 games in a row, really want to just avoid it, right? Because like after these 2 games right here, you probably could have told yourself, hey, I shouldn't queue up anymore. I'm a little bit tilted. But it's really hard to do. But the best players that climb, they eliminate these 2 games from their match history, right? They just don't play those games. And here another stretch of games where it seems like you're tilted, 8 and 10, 1 and 5, 5. This is 5-14. That's got to be tilt, right? And yeah, we gotta remove this, right? This is not. It's like a bad habit, a bad cycle of repetition where it's like you feel like you won a bunch of games. Now the games are getting a little bit harder. Maybe you lost one you should have won. Maybe you won one you should have lost. But now it's like, okay, yeah, now we're just giving up, right? We don't really care as much. So we just try to keep in mind not to do those things. Other than that, your match history is looking really clean. Like you do play your main champs mostly, and I would like to see your champion pool perhaps a little bit smaller. Also, before that, please like and sub, comment on the video as well. So, like just quickly looking, right? So we have not Tarek. I really do like Tarek for solo queue. Mixing the I think Zerath and Zyra. So, but already there's like 4 champions here that are in the pool, right? And then Lulu. And you play Brand every now and then, and you do have a high win rate, right? In your last game, you have so, and then you have other champs, right? Like Sona, Yumi. So like right now, look at the list: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are, if even if you play 10 games on each, it would amount to 60 games, right? And 10 games is such a small sample size, right? And this is what you have to understand, right? Like 10 games on individual champion is very small, right? But if you play 10 games on each, that's 60 games. That's kind of a lot of games, right? And almost in 2 months you played 100, right? So it's like, you know, a month and a half you'll play 60 games, and most likely you'll have less than 10 games on each of your main champs, right? And this is something that you have to understand, right? So that's why it's like, okay, I want to focus on getting better and climbing quicker. So maybe we can remove some champions and just hyper focus on the ones that we feel on the ones that we have a highest win rate on and we feel comfortable with. So, if I could give a suggestion, I would probably go like this, boom, boom, and then probably work on either not Lulu as well. I think because their negative win rate over 21 games, 48% win rate, 52 games, 46% win rate. We really have to uh relook the way we think about these 2 champions, right? What am I doing wrong on not? What am I doing wrong on Lulu, right? I was looking earlier. Every game you play, max E first on Lulu. EQW, EEE, EWQ, EEE. And now there's some high level Lulus that are maxing Q first in certain matchups, right? I would even go as far as to seek out what players are doing this and the reasons why they're doing this, right? We can sort by uh right here, leaderboards. Here. Okay, and then just look at the highest tier. So master, master, there's a lot of master tiers, grandmaster. See what they're pumping with Lulu, right? This is how we get better at the game, right? We just learn, constantly look for ways of getting better, right? Emax. E start, Q, but Q 3 points into Q and then W max. Okay, why are we doing this? Because we have Twitch, right? So my suggestion to you with your builds is in this game right here, W maxing probably would have been better because you're assisting Twitch, right? And then so now let's look at Law Wiki Lulu and then look at Law, just understand it, right? Law Wiki Twitch, right? So why do we max W with Twitch? Right, because we have, let's say rank 3 is 30% attack speed with 25% movement speed. Okay? And then we go to Twitch. When he comes out of ambush, he gains 40% attack speed, level 1, and he's never gonna rank it more than level 1, right? So 40% attack speed, and he does gain 10% movement speed. So if we stack this on top of each other, we're getting almost 70% attack speed bonus with the 35% movement speed bonus, and that's like exactly what Twitch wants to do. He wants to pop out of the darkness, come quickly, and get the kill, right? And with Lulu, you activate that by maxing your W, right? And then it's just spots like this, right, where it's like, okay, why are we building the skills we're building, right? Emax here, and then I know there's some matches where we can afford to go Q max. So here, when it's a melee support, we can be poking with Q more often. So yeah, it's a matter of adjusting and understanding why we make these adjustments, and that's how we get better on the champion, right? We want to increase this win rate from 48 to higher, right? And we do the same with not, right? It's like don't ever think that I'm good enough on the champion. I know the best build. Don't ever think I know the best build. That I'm the best player because you're not, and there's always room to learn and grow, right? Doing Glacial Augment, Nautilus, but we don't play him that much anymore, right? And then Aftershock, 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 right? And this guy just goes straight Aftershock every single game, right? So like, why does he do it that way? And let's try to understand him, right, from his point of view. And this game he goes Glacial Augment almost every game. So yeah, we can switch it, but why are we switching? And like we need to understand, right? And that's it. And then let's go into the games. Let's go into some games, right? Wrap up real quick. And looking at your game, 70. I'm probably gonna look at this brand game, but we can't afford to be dying like this when we when we have bad games, right? 2-14 is just unbelievably too much deaths, right? And like if we're dying from the beginning, at the beginning of the game, like we need to address it and look at, okay, what are we doing wrong? How can we do it differently? Why are we dying so much? At one point we're actually in the lead, but then you die and then we lose the lead, right? So it's like, oh, are we throwing? What are we doing wrong, right? And then for the brand game, it's the same concept where it's like, okay, looking at the enemy draft, they have support Gnosis, so it should be pretty much free win no matter what you pick. And here we are, we have you dying early, right? So it's like, okay, both of these games are dying early. Let's find out why, right? This really should be just be a free. Every time you see a support Gnosis, you just should be laughing to the bank, saying this is a free win. It should really be a simple way, simple victory for you. always start it off with your own view. That's how you see it in game. We're leaving early, which is nice. They don't really have an invade team, but they could invade. Okay, so right off the bat, your ADC is droning bot, so someone needs to cover this area right here, and it has to be you. We need areas covered, right? So we can assume that if we go into this brush here, Twitch will follow us, and we'll have two people covering the same entrance, and nobody covering this entrance, and that's really bad. We move up here, and Twitch goes here. Now we can adjust and play the invade a little bit differently, right? So now we move up, and Twitch follows you into the tri bush as kind of predicted, and now we have this area unguarded. We have mid lane unguarded. We have the rest of the map unguarded, right? So this could just lead to disaster, especially if they're in here right now. Always have to be cautious of these things. Really want to cover your entrances early, right? So far, it's getting started. Let's go see what's up. So against Nasus, kind of just want to go in a bush and start hitting him with autos, well, whenever you can, and then zone him out. Good, but we don't we don't pussyfoot out of this bush. This is our brush, right? He's a melee guy, and if he wants to step up to hit us, he's gonna be receiving damage from both of us, right? So it's better to position in an aggressive fashion. That way we can, and if Draven throws autos on you, maybe throw one back at him, right? But we're not in threat of dying, right? We want to get into this bush, secure the bush. That way we push these guys off the wave, right? By standing here, we give them opportunity to walk up. Yeah, then this lane they should never get level 2 first, right? It's a melee support versus two range, right? Like by pussyfooting around and not hitting minions, not playing for the level 2, this is the type of stuff that happens, right? This is just standard solo queue. Like if you don't do this, don't understand it, and don't play for the level 2 every single game, especially when you have a matchup that's winning, then you're not climbing. Right? This is how we play support. We play aggro, right? Okay, we landed that, but why are we backing up? Play up. Hit the wave so we get level 2 first, and then we kill them with the ignite, right? We're just letting them push into us. Okay, so they hit level 2, and look where we're standing. We don't even back up. Right. So this is just typical low ELO play, right? Like people are making mistakes right from the start, and this is why it's easy to climb this ELO because enemies are making this mistake all the time, right? So as soon as you see them posturing up, because they're posturing up for the level 2 and they're gonna go all in. So we just leave now, right? We fucked up the wave already. We can't continue. We have to leave, right? And that's just the game, right? And then instead of running towards the turret and towards safety, we take the trade, right? We're just losing, right? It's just a losing play from the beginning, right? And like, okay, so they get level 2. Instead of running away, we trade into them. Okay, why are we trading into them? Think about it. 70 attack damage, you're at 57, this guy's at 80. You have 33 armor, this guy's 38 armor, this guy's at 43 armor. No matter what, even if it's just no skills involved, just auto attacks, we still lose this. Okay, we still lose this no matter what, right? So yeah, really focus on the level 2 and playing it out. Like this is just like unforgivable movement by you, right? Like we should never be losing this lane ever. We should just never lose this lane. It should just be free every time. And it all starts from the first wave, right? First wave kind of just messed up the first wave. And in a game like this where it's like, okay, mid died, top died, it feels terrible when we've died also. It doesn't feel as bad if we're up 2-0. If we're up 2-0 in bot lane against the Draven Nasus and mid is down 1, the score is 2-2 and it's fine. It's actually fine. We're actually chilling, right? But because we're losing, it feels like a doom game, right? Because what lane is gonna carry, right? And then they hit level 3 and then we just get dicked, right? How did the wave even get here? You just not you don't respect them, right? You just you just need to play back, right? Like because we died, now the wave gets pushed into us, and now they're gonna bounce it back. This wave can't be frozen unless we play it differently. But I'm not gonna teach you how to freeze the wave right now. Doesn't matter. But here it's like, okay, we gotta be very cautious. We don't have any sums, and we gotta play back and we can, right? So we're warding. We're probably standing in this bush and trying to ward this. Here it's fine. And here is not fine, right? Where you go in for the auto, you're just playing a little bit too greedy, right? Like this is the reason why you die in games because you don't value your life as much as you should. And here is just the game. I wouldn't say the game's over, but the way you're playing, it's like the way you're playing, it's like it's predicted to lose, right? The game is predicted to lose because the way you're playing, right? And I don't think you're gonna make the adjustment to magically win this game, even though it is winnable. I just don't think you have it in you, and I don't mean to shit on you or anything like that. I'm just saying based off what I see, and in the first 1 minute and a half, you're already making mistakes, right? So I just don't see it, right? And like this, we don't trade here, right? Why are we trading here? We're just playing safe. We're waiting for them to get out of position. I mean, if we hit this, we're feeling good, right? But like we're trading to a wave, right? We're not even trading properly, right? We're just trading for the sake of trading. Okay, well, I'm gonna end this replay right here. Get into the Tarek game because this guy quit the game, right? But yeah, you need to focus on playing lane phase. Your lane phase is just a little bit atrocious. I'm gonna be honest with you. There could be a lot done differently to help to fix that lane phase. And if it's because you tilted and you're playing tilted, you gotta stop, right? Usually I only do one game, but that was a short one, so I'll give you another one. All right, let's get started. Uh, so sort by your color only, and against Nautilus, we're never AFK. Because if they invade, we're fucked. We're just never ever AF. We're never ever AFK. We're always defending, or we're always being aggressive, and we're invading. That's how we win it. That's how I win in solo queue. Every single game I play, I'm invading almost 80 to 90% of the time, either through mid, through this way. I tend to like to go through this way with my invades because most of the time low elo junglers are conditioned to come here and then ward this and then back for the red trinket, or they go here and then back. Regardless, if you go here as 5, there's opportunity to catch some of these junglers out. And if they're not taking flash and they're taking ghost or exhaust, it's opportunity to catch them out, right? And we're winning the game at like 30-40 seconds now, right? We're just chilling. But now we're removing that opportunity from our arsenal, from our toolbox, and we're giving the enemies opportunity to invade us. Now, if they are as 5, if they are coming, now we just made a terrible mistake, right? And like it's it's just why are we AFK, right? Why are we playing like this? Why are we giving up the game so early into the match, right? Maybe you're lagging. I don't know, it seems like you're lagging, but yeah, honestly, you might be typing, right? And we don't miss any CS. I mean, we don't miss any EXP. That's good. The ADC missed CS like gold, but whatever, right? We gotta focus on you, not the AD, right? Yeah, like the stun. We gotta focus on getting level 2. Okay, this time you played a little bit more back, right? And you actually, it feels like on Taric you have more champion mastery and you feel more comfortable with the champion. especially in a spot like this where like you're able to play up and be the aggressor. But this guy's flashes down, right? So we gotta be very cautious about giving up our lives to the level 2, right? Because if these guys played it a little bit better, they would have hit level 2 and then not would have been able to get the hook off, right? Depending on how good you are, you either you block the hook, but we're trading into level 2 now, right? So it's not good, right? So yeah, level 2 for you is the most important thing that I'm looking at right now, right? And this is just a stun all the time. Good stun, good stun, good stun, good stun. We just need a backup here. Reason why we're backing up is because the wave, right? We gotta count the wave, right? If you want to get better at the game, you just have to start doing this, okay? Melee, melee, melee cannon. A challenger ADC once told me, hey, buddy, never trade into a cannon wave, right? Because when you trade into the cannon wave, you actually take so much more damage, right? You look this, look at this. It's 41 damage, right? And then 24, 24, 24. That's 60. Already has 100 damage per almost. Crashing into you guys, right? Now when we're trading like this, it's almost like another champion is in the mix dealing damage to us, right? We're just incorrectly trading 100% right here, right? And this it's an early game, right? We gotta focus on the early game. Why are we playing this way, right? We can't drone out like this anymore, right? We gotta play a little bit better. Oh, he missed his level 2, yo. It's even worse. I'd be healing him, man. I guess you gotta tether him, right? It's just you have to understand, right? It's like they're trading they're trading on the big wave on you, right? So like they're playing kind of sound League of Legends, even though they missed the cannon, right? It's not 100% sound, and that cannon is pumping MF. That's why she got dealt so much damage. But it's just too much, right? It's like we gotta think about how we can get out of this, right? And we just take the trade and back up, right? Understanding these situations and how to play these situations is how we get good at the game, right? How we climb, right? So it's like the next time this situation occurs in the same matchup and with the wave like this, you have to be able to recognize I need to stun and then back up because we won't win this because of everything that I just said, right? The wave and got missing a sum too, right? That's why we lose this, right? And it's like in solo queue, we never want to be the guys who are 0-2 at 3 minutes, right? In solo queue, we want to be 2-0 at 3 minutes, right? So it's just it's a matter of recognizing these situations and starting to make the adjustments and make the change, and we'll come out ahead, right? It's just so the game is so scuffed because this guy lost his flash early, right? And that's all because the level 1 invade and all because you're AFK, right? You're not trying to defend at all. Just chilling, chilling AFK on Spotify, change YouTube, messaging your girlfriend, who knows, right? Don't let not go. You let him go. I really like this roam, but I'm really scared for the ADC, right? So when you roam like this, just ping him back, right? Ping him back, and if he dies, right? But we go to assist this, and if we don't go to assist it, which is fine too, not going is fine, but we gotta make sure Nautilus doesn't go first, right? We gotta be the ones here stopping Nautilus from going, right? And we gotta make the adjustment. Okay, my guy's dying. If not goes, he's gonna go. assist, right? And it's like we we can't just give up this area, right? Like this is our area. But he's level 4, right? So it's kind of scary. If we do take a trade, we might die, right? You would have saved them if you were there, right? That's all there is to know. You would have saved them if you were there. So we gotta try to find a way to be there, right? And then here it's like very good stun, but you don't have the if trading into a big wave, your ADC is low, and it's like we're never getting the kill, right? It's too forced, right? Can't force it because we gotta when we make plays, we gotta be a little bit more sure that we're gonna get the kill, right? It can't be so speculative. Like, okay, maybe if I stun him, maybe if I ignite him, maybe I'll get the kill. Shouldn't really be like that. Here it's you either stun him before he gets the plate, or you just focus on the wave, right? And then we're never stunning him before he gets the plate, right? We just eat the wave, right? Here we just eat the wave. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, giving up cannon, giving up melee, giving up range, it's not worth it, right? It's like you traded damage and mana for HP, and we're just sacrificing so much gold, right? Like if you just weigh it out, you'll notice that it's not a worth trade. And that's what kind of happens, right? Like support's back in their roam, right? I know you're focused on stunning the MF, but it's like we gotta ping the Emias. They're on Drake right now. Oh no, they're invading. Yeah, the game's so fucked now. We're just so behind, and it's like there's just like some certain things missing from your team, right? We can't really do much about that, right? That was like a really high level invade, right? In which they should have the low elo player takes the Drake, but they did the high elo move of roaming with their support to kill your jungle at the red buff, right? And that's the type of stuff you should be doing, right? Like you should be playing like that against these guys, right? Because they should be so easy to predict and so easy to play against, right? But when we lose lane early, we have to rely on others to make up for the mistakes that we made, right? And it's like, did you even ping the ward here? Yeah, I think it was. I think yeah, yeah. You pinged it. You pinged it. It's good, good. This is a tough spot. It's like it's so hard to win right now, right? It's so hard to win. You just need to have the lead, right? Playing safe and waiting. That's all we have. All we can do is play safe and wait. Play safe and wait. And like heal. Why aren't we healing him? You're so much mana. Heal him. Heal him. Heal him. Like you should have been juicing him the entire time. Like, I don't know what's going on. Juice him. Q. You're just playing this weird, man. Yeah, that's one Q. Q him. Q him. You gotta juice him, man. See, I don't know. I really feel like your play is really weird, man. You're not You're not playing the game. Like, you have so much mana. Press Q, heal up your guy. Watch out for free damage. Okay, now these guys are trolling, so it's free kill. But we still haven't even pressed Q once. There you go. Press so late, man. This is why you. This is part of the reason why you're losing. Not even pressing buttons at this point, right? I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe a little bit tilted, but we lose games because we mess up the early game, right? Like everything else that happens in this game, doesn't matter, right? It's just focus on what we could be doing in the early game to win, right? And then we're looking at the game from a different perspective, right? In which we have a lead, my teammates are feeding, how can we win, right? Instead of we're behind, my teammates are feeding, how can we win? It's just doesn't work like that. Anyways, hopefully any of this advice helped, and comment on the video, please. Sub as well. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and night. Much love, much love. Good luck on the rest.